please let me introduce you to the field organizer of the Jill Stein for President campaign. He's been doing some wonderful work, and he has not lost his voice still. After a long, many months of work, Adrian Boutureira.
Muchas gracias, Francisco. Brothers and sisters, I feel honored being here tonight. The whole campaign feels honored. This is a wonderful show of support and love and solidarity that hits us in the heart. And I am here to just speak to you a little bit about some of the values and some of the principles that have brought us together. I am here to share some fantastic news, for instance, of what happened last night in Los Angeles, where I guess some of you heard. So in LA last night at Pershing Square, we had what was perhaps the biggest people of color Green Party rally in the whole history of the party. As many people as there were there, of young, black, and Latino brothers and sisters, prepared to take the leadership of the party into the next decade. And I hope that everybody understands how significant and how valuable that is for us to stick to our values and to stick to our principles and to stick to the promise of what this Green Party represents nationally, locally. The party of a new vision needs to be reflective of its values. And our values are inclusion, participation, democracy, diversity. And this is the moment to create that revolutionary party. This is the moment to include those that the duopoly has excluded. And our commitment as a campaign remains not only to get Jill the 5% that we need, or 7, 8, 9, 10%, so that they know we exist, and they're doing everything they can to make sure that we don't exist, but we do exist, and we are not going to succumb. We will prevail. And the reason why we will prevail is because there is no other alternative but to begin to move towards a sustainable, equitable, and just society that does not condemn 3 million immigrants as the Obama administration has condemned to deportation. More deportation under Obama's administration and his fascist regime than any other combined administration before. And I am not going to mix my words with you, brothers and sisters. Because fascism is fascism, and it's time to start speaking the truth about empire, about colonialism, about racism, about white supremacy. And about what ultimately translates into Trumpismo. All right? Because Trump is not an isolated phenomenon. Okay? Because Trump and Trumpismo was being activated and has been active in this country for decades. And if we want to address what Trumpismo means, we have to address Hillary Clinton and her foreign policy towards Honduras and Haiti. And the millions and the thousands of Honduran children who have landed on our border due to the consequences of U.S. imperialism under Hillary Clinton. You cannot talk to me about the rights of children without addressing U.S. foreign policy. How many children did we kill in Iraq? How many children are we killing in Syria? Enough is enough. And Jill is sick of it. And you are sick of it. And we are going to be the force that is going to transform our power and our might into a weapon of justice and power for the people. We are not going to support regimes that oppress their workers. We are not going to support regimes that oppress their farmers form relationships with the communities. We are going to support everything. We are not going to overthrow governments that are trying to pass resolutions that give peasants the right to their land. Which is why they overthrew the Honduran government. Because he was about to institute laws that gave people a right to their land. And he was about to institute a minimum wage that the United Fruit Company, which is the same thing as Dole, it's the same thing, it's the same reason why they created banana republics, that they have the audacity to detrimentally address as such hubs of capitalism, destroying millions of lives of human beings that are just trying to survive, and now they have the audacity to talk to us about illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants, a Mexican in Texas. You have got to be kidding me. Has anybody heard of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in the U.S. government? We have got to wake up, and we have got to wake our brothers and sisters up. And the party can do it. And your involvement in the party cannot just end with November. Your involvement in the party needs to be continuous, and we need to be militant, and we need to be revolutionary, and we need to be green right here. Beyond electoral politics, for humanity, for the planet, for the people, against profit. The Green Party today, and we fought hard for this, is eco-socialist and anti-capitalist. That does not mean we are against small business. Everybody that understands neoliberalism knows very well what is at the core of this incredible plank that we finally passed within the Green Party. And Jill Stein is doing a fantastic job. We are in a historical moment. There are periods which we call coyuntura, which is a point of historical and political conjuncture. And we are in one of those apexes. We're right there, right now, and we cannot afford to miss this moment. Because the forces of fascism are there too. I have never in my life, living in this country for almost 47 years, heard such blatant and open manifestations of fascism being allowed to exist. In other words, it's like we are talking about Nazi Germany revised. This is another epoch, another period which is replicating itself in the same way. And we need to organize, and we can no longer afford to not be organized, and we can no longer afford to go on without the existence of a revolutionary party to galvanize the progressive movement that we have all worked so hard to build. There can be no revolution without a revolutionary party. And we are the only party that can deliver the goods. We are the only party that has 47 states with ballot access, through our hard labor, through our hard work. We're working hard with all progressive forces. The Green Party tent is a very big tent. And we have to make a commitment to make it even bigger. We have to make a commitment to recognize how we cannot just have a party that survives and thrives on the upper white middle class. We can't do it anymore. If we really want to become the party that we want to become, we have to hear what Jill is telling us. And it's not just Jill, it is our collective consciousness. Jill is but a vehicle. Jill speaks what's in my heart, and I believe that she speaks what's in most of our hearts. Now, I don't know what you guys think about that, but as far as I'm concerned, that is called leadership. All right. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. And do remember, we have to keep building the party. If there is no Green Party in your county, start a and there is stagnation, and there is impasses, and there is obstruction, it is your responsibility to keep the party revolutionary, inclusive,